Elementary, my dear Watson. Smoke it if you got it. The Ballad of Kurt Russell. Once every generation comes an action star so dope he bags Goldie Hawn in her prime. Now he's playing fucking Santa Claus. Let's go. Quick pause for a sound check. Thumbs up if I sound okay in the music, please. Thank you. What is really good? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Murph, the Dirty Kenzo, back, ruining your life another night. Figured we go live about this one, see this topic around. Had a lively conversation on Instagram with some random guy. As you see the title, Superman's son, the new Superman is by the title. Superman is by. How long you gonna cry? I just wanted to pick different people's opinions, state my opinion on the subject. I'll open the panel up later for or against. But I figured we also go live. I knew I had to do a live trying to, kind of explain my name a little bit, what the Dirty Kenzo means and what it's about. For the newer people, I have explained it before, but I figure it's that time to come around to it again. But as we always do, I like to say hello to everybody. Once again, you're watching the Dirty Kenzo, brought to you by Dirty Kenzo Productions. Make sure you guys tune in Thursdays at 7 for Cookin with Kellz, Season 2 Cookin with Kenzo. That is also a Dirty Kenzo production, of course. Follow us both on IG under the same names, Facebook, all that good jazz. Salute to everybody. We're also doing a one-of-a-kind live podcast thing. We do that on Gdup Kwin's channel Saturday nights at 9. It's usually 4 or 5, but it's been content creators. So we're bringing it a little differently, where the panel is all creators and just people from different areas. A few from Philly, a few from New York, things of that nature. If Reno can get in with us again, having him in Texas is awesome. The Western influence, as they say. But yeah, great to see everybody. Let's get into it up to the top here, and let's see who's vibing with us. Salute to Junior for letting me use his phone for the music. Number one, babe, appreciate you. As Kellz always does, she drops our hashtags. You can drop any of these, feel free, but these are the ones that we use, or we like the most. So salute to the day ones. I always say you're a day one on day one. You don't have to necessarily be here from the first day to fill that position. If you rock out with somebody, then it's a day one. She calls me the best beat and song creator. That's wifey. She's the Queen She Wolf, and the ladies are the Wolverines or the Mercs Angels. Excuse me. We give a not safe for work warning. We curse. We smoke. NSFW. You ever seen that? That's what that means. Salute to our work warriors, whether you're beginning, in the middle of, or the end of your shift. We appreciate you. Make sure you guys hit that like button before you pop out. Dirty Kenzo Productions, of course, and again, Cooking with Kellz, Thursday, 7 p.m. This week we're doing tailgate special, Eagles and Bucks. So any ideas, leave them on Kell's Instagram or her last week's YouTube video. And make sure you guys read the description for tonight's festivities. Sammy, my sis, salute. Great to see you as always. Ignorant Misfits, appreciate you. I'm not sure if it's Eve or Dougie. I can't see the emojis on my phone. But make sure you guys check out the page. Great, similar content. So if you like Murph, you'll like them. Salute to Dougie and Eve. Vic 3, salute, Eagles content creator. Make sure you guys check out Vic 3 for sure. Trey Dolce, coming from the Facebook day ones. Appreciate that. Be nice and hit that like, share, and subscribe, notification bell. Appreciate you. We're moving right along. Below, salute, G. Good to see you as always. Doing the Birdman hand rub on this topic. I love that. Hey, Quinn. Let's go. Salute. Gdup Kwin just hit his 1,000, y'all. We're leaving that up for a while. I'm going to have to go back to it. Maybellina. Just trying to skip along a little bit here, guys. I don't want to miss anybody. All right there, bet. It's a lot harder when you're working off the phone. I need my damn computer back. Hey, Dougie, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. So that was Eve. All right, bet. Salute, Eve. Mama T, salute. Oh, it jumped. It jumped. Slow down. Stop jumping. Mama T, salute, salute. All right, so I think we're caught up on the hellos. Anybody else comes in, I'll say what's up. G'd that's awesome. Hitting your 1,000, bro. Fucking happy for you, bro. You grind it. And you've been grinding a lot lately, so I say it. You've been going on a lot more. Let me mute while I open this candy bag. Well, remove your headphones in 3, 2, 1. All right. But yeah, that was hard work. You worked hard on it, G, so salute. Pause, white flag, rainbow. Bernie, all opinions are welcome. All opinions are welcome. Gdup Kwin, now to 1 million. Facts. I ask that anyone comes in, we keep open mind to anyone's opinion. If someone comes on the panel, and even if I have a contrasting opinion, I like to do things with debate more than, so much of the arguing and crazy shit. It gets you nowhere. Yeah, the old Dirt McGirt, your boy, old Dirty Kenzo. The other day I said, we're the Wu-Tang of YouTube. And that's when I said Gdup Kwin was Jizza Quinn because of the Jizza the Genius. I said Barn Face Killer. Tom Quan the Chef, Tommy D. So we're going to get down to the business here. All right, so to give you the backstory of it, because I've seen this argument come up a lot as well, but I'm just going to give you a quick overview of things because I do want to offer the link for if anyone wants to come up. But the main thing here is the new Superman in the comics is coming out as bisexual. They also did this with a Robin a few weeks ago. So it naturally causes the uproar with parents on one side that feel you're corrupting the youth, and then on the other side that feel everyone should be included. I'm kind of in the middle. I don't think, like, I'll speak more on where I feel about it in a few minutes here, but that's just the basic of it. But just to have an understanding of a little further understanding, this isn't your traditional Clark Kent Superman. Okay, this is his son with Lois Lane, Jonathan Kent. So know that first, because I to get a little further as I drop the link, I've seen people, they always go to the argument, don't change, stop changing what people are and leave it the way it is. And it's like, okay, so this isn't, your traditional Clark Kent, you know, but at the end of the day, the way I'm trying to hold on a second. It's been a while since I've been on here. Oh, there it is. Give me 10 seconds, peeps. I ain't been on the phone live in a while. So, like I said, I'm going to drop the link. I also want to tell you guys, it was a fun back and forth, thankfully. It wasn't, if it was on Facebook, I'm sure it had been an argument, but it was like a fun little back and forth. The other guy was really against it. I'll be honest. He was pretty stead heavy, whatever, in his conservatism. Yo, I'm staring. I'm trying to talk. Hold on one second, guys. Let's get that there. Bang. Go web go. Okay. So, like I said, the way I kind of think about it is, I'll speak real quick. German lady, salute, welcome in. Thank you. The way I look at it is, I think we got to try to have every kidding. I want to have, like when Black Panther came out, I, even as a white man, understood the cultural. Do you know what I'm saying? Like what it does for the culture. Like now, when the little kids are playing, a young black kid could have someone that looks like him. So I want everyone to have that. So to say that MCU is really good with it, they have the movie The Eternals coming out, which will have a deaf character, a gay character. It's a very mixed race, ensemble of actors. So you got to think they're trying to include more people. But on that same token, of course, we want to protect our children. We don't necessarily want to feel that people's sexuality is being forced upon us. So, those things come up and that creates the issue. But so the guy online, he was on that kind of tip, like he's like they're forcing climate change and sexuality into everything. And I'm like, but you're not understanding is this is Superman's son. So he had sex with Lois. So straight sex is okay. Like that's where you start breaking down to. And it's funny because as soon as someone starts feeling like you're winning the argument, I'm sorry to disrespect you and your people. And it's like, yo, I'm straight, dickhead. I just want everyone represented. But I mean, I know it's one of those topics that is treads lightly. The way I step out of myself for a second and look at it is simple. It's a fucking cartoon character. Why do you care who a cartoon character is fucking? Just like in real life, I can't worry about gays and trans because I don't care who people are having sex with. Other than that, like if we can make money together, legally, we'll do that. But I don't have to. It's people make it weirder than it really is. Che says he wears his undies over his pants. It's not a total shocker. Sis, that's how I feel about it. Because I said that to the guy. I'm like, but it's not like they're going to be having sex in the pages. You know what I mean? Like, and also, I don't know if people have been paying attention to comics, but it's been happening for a while. Do you know what I'm saying? What's going on with our childhood heroes' memories being memorialized in this fashion? I'm sick of it already. And Eve, I do understand that it does. I do understand how it gets aggravating, but you got to understand, much like when we're trying to convert, things should have been done years ago. You understand what I'm saying? With race and sexuality, these issues should have been dealt with. Let me just say a few quick hellos. 2020, what up, little bro? Good to see you. Heterosexual excellence. No, not Henry Cavill. So it's not Clark Kent, it's his son. Yeah, Teresa, I know. The news devastated me. I couldn't understand it. But no, I do. I totally feel where Eve is coming from on that tip because it does feel like that sometimes. But the way I kind of look at it is, all right, so think of a team that's red and a team that's blue, okay? And this team, the market is all red, and we're trying to get some blue in there because blue has never been represented. So sometimes it feels like it's been jammed down your throat, but it's like they're trying to get like 5 people out of 5,000 in comics specifically. Do you know what I'm saying? So in comics specifically, um, historically you got the X-Men. The X-Men, a lot of people don't know, but the X-Men was inspired by the civil rights movement. It was kind of Stan Lee's way of saying he, stood up with people without necessarily going over the line. If you look at the ideologies of Charles Xavier and Magneto, they compare to Martin Luther King and Malcolm X with peaceful protest and violent protest. So, comics have always had undertones. That's one thing that drives me nuts. People are like, sex doesn't belong in comics. And it's like, okay, but Watchmen came out in 1985, and that had all that murder, drugs, sex. It was supposed to be realistic. 2020, we're talking in the comics. All right, so I'll run it again from the top. Let me try to drop the link one more time for anybody. But the basic premise is Clark Kent Superman and Lois Lane did what grown folk do. The birds and the bees, son, the birds and the bees. And they had, in the comics, they had 2 sons. Well, their oldest son, Jonathan Kent, is now becoming Superman. And the news reported in the comics that it's going to be a bisexual character. So naturally, uh, you know, 50% of the public is outraged and 50's not. But I just wanted to see where people fell with it, give kind of my thoughts on the whole subject. Like I said, to me, to get down to the meat of it, it's it's a cartoon character. It's not real. But I understand also that you feel that the ideologies are pushing on your children. But to counter that, isn't it your responsibility to take care of your children, not the comics? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I kind of think about it. They did grown folk business, babe. They did grown folk business. Mama T, I think that they were married because they call him the Boy Scout. He's always so perfect. Now, Batman smashing everything. Everything. Lois was a beard. Yo, dude said over there, he spelled. I said, the comics, their son, obviously Clark and Lois had sex, and he was like, he wrote Lewis. I said, well, if he was having sex with Lewis, he'd have been gay a long time ago. Nat, what's going on? Me just candy. I know I'm allowed to. Somebody body knocking they boots. Quick draw McGraw. I went to art school. Dawn, salute to you. Good to see you. Oh, I think we just got to jump. Hang in there. Wait. I thought I saw Linda. Dawn, salute. Weren't the Teletubbies of different genders? Sis, that Jerry Hallwell, the preacher, said that it's a preacher who said that Tinky Winky Paws was gay. And it was like, yo, they don't even kiss, let alone know what kind of sex they're having. Yeah, he's like, Tinky Winky's gay. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? I was like 15, like, what's happening? I mean, I understand that you feel that the media is, being pushed upon your children and stuff, but it's like at the same time, don't we hold a responsibility to, the things our children consume, especially at the ages where you feel something's being forced on them. Like I said, I know I'm fairly progressive on these topics. I just want, like I said, I think of a group of children of every background, everything, and I want them to be as included as the next kid. Not every superhero should be, white, blue eyes, blonde hair, or look like Superman. They have these uproars every freaking few years. They talk about a black Superman and people lose their shit. And it's like, who gives a shit? Recently, there was an outrage over Daniel Craig saying that a woman couldn't be 007. I said, why not? Like, it's not real. It's a spy. You could apply the name to anybody. Clearly, by the 7 actors who played it. Don't make Mama T cry in her Diet Coke. We just need to have conversations with our children. Exactly. But like I said, sometimes I feel I feel bad because I know some people are hyper aggressive with it, with the way they feel. And I'm like, yo, do they take that out on their children? No, I didn't hear about that. How dare they do that to Michael B. Jordan? Yeah, now I was going to bring that up as well. Dave Chappelle's new stand up, people are losing their mind over. You got to understand something. One, Dave is the greatest comedian alive. Two, I don't think people understand things the same way we used to. Um, like context is so important, and the way Dave was doing it was done purposely, but it was still like I think people shut it off in the first half hour and they missed the end of things. Dave's that kind of comedian where the joke in the very beginning finishes at the very end. So, um, like I said, I always have a sensitive spot for Dave, but I think people just got a little. I think people get a little too offended, and Dave spoke on that, and I do. I've said things and I regret. I don't like hurt people's feelings, but sometimes we have to, stand on those things we say. We have to stand on them, and then we truly can get fixed, so to say, briefly. Cancel culture fixes none of that. We have a guest. Let's see who it is. The Ignorant Misfits. Is that you, Eve? I don't have a overlay. Yeah, I'll trust it. Who cares?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Eve?
Hey, you know what? This topic and hello to everyone in the chat and those that are chiming in just by listening. Thank you all for being here this evening. I think this is a wonderful topic. Um, and now we have to start to peel the scab.
Mm-hmm.
You have to peel the scab. We have to take the band-aid off of that. And we're gonna get a little bit of a scab here because what's going on right now is what we call the conditioning.
Oh,
And I'm sorry.
I said for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Um, I'm not okay with it. There is a wide group of us um, that have the same ideologies, and let me just tell you something. I don't think that this narrative, this agenda, if you will, is being pushed in any other country more than it is in the United States. I don't
I
know. I
I
do not.
a lot of things just to counter very quickly and let you get back to it. I
Sure.
think we I think we're guinea pigs for a lot. Like just
Mm-hmm.
some that, but you continue.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree with you on that. I think that these types of conversations are vital to have,
Mm-hmm.
especially those that are raising young men, especially, but also
Mm-hmm.
young women. We do not have, and let's make that declaration clear here, we have no issue with people in their sexual preference. What
Mm-hmm.
we do have a problem with, however, is pushing this narrative upon these people, upon us, upon our children and saying with the cereal and our cartoons, things that are supposed to be innocent that are now being, you know,
Mm-hmm.
displayed in such a way that has such an undertone, but is loud and clear for the people that are awake, if you will. I hate to say the word conscious,
I know what you mean.
right? So,
And listen, I put my life in the middle of pretty much everything. Like most topics, I'm kind of like dead in the middle on. You know what I mean? It's like I
mhm,
feel about people having rights. That's kind of my main thing. It's like I want everyone to have the same rights and live your life within the land of the law. You know,
right,
so not
yeah,
have to rape and robbing. But if you're
mhm,
not doing things, I don't think you should go to jail for being a pothead or drug habits. And I stand in the middle on those topics. Now, I will say, just to your point, what would you say to the the other side? We could contrast with inclusive, being inclusive to all children, not just straight children. I don't want to speak too much because I do recognize and agree with there's something being pushed. It's being pushed too soon on
mhm,
the children. I mean, I don't think anyone under the age of 13 should be thinking about sex at all. I don't
mhm,
think you should be talking about sex till you're about 15.
mhm,
So saying a child is, their sexuality is determined at that age, I can't agree with that totally because I knew girls that were quote bisexual growing up, but they've been married to men for 30 years and never were with. Do you know what I'm saying? They were teenage girls who were kind of experimenting and they would kiss a girl and that be it. I mean, Katy Perry had the song 15 years ago. You know
mhm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's being pushed too soon, so I will agree with that. But I
Mhm,
mean, I feel most comic readers today are 14 and up, generally speaking.
mhm,
Do you think so? I mean, I don't feel like if this was Henry, as 2020 Vision said earlier, Henry Cavill. If
mhm,
this was Henry Cavill coming out as bisexual in a movie, then I would understand some of this because your little children are going to see a Superman movie. Let's
mhm.
be, cinema is way more accessible than comics.
For sure. Yeah. I think that diversity and inclusion is important.
Mhm.
And it should have been something applied in the earlier years. But if we can look back at the amounts of oppression and this the social injustices done by way of many people, and that's even including people from the LGBTQ community. Um, I think that now that their voice is strong, I think that's a beautiful thing. However, where the agenda lies is when we grew up, a generation such as ourselves, we
Mhm.
grew up in an era where there was no such thing as a Superman or the comics and our childhood heroes in which we revered in a time that were a part of any alternative lifestyle, if you will. So
Mhm.
now all of a sudden, while we're in our age that we're in now they're coming out with this. Because why? You didn't say that
But
then.
just
Why are
a
you
quick
saying it now?
just to a quick counterpoint, they've been pushing heterosexuality for a long time. He was having sex with Lois. This is his son, after all. He with Wonder Woman. Do you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
they've hinted at the sexual tension in the animated series and thing. You'll see Superman and they'll smile at each other. Things
Mhm.
of that. So it's kind of always been there in the hetero sense.
Yeah. Because that was
That
normality though.
exactly.
Because that was normality. And
And
like
that's what today is the back and forth
mhm.
of that becoming the norm.
Yeah. And so something that didn't make sense then, homosexuality was something that was quite frowned upon
Mhm.
in those days, but also taking it back to biblical times where homosexuality was very grand. You just even speaking in terms of Babylon. And so we
Mhm.
knew what was taking place in those times. So King Henry and all of the
Mhm.
15th century, we can go on and on if we, but these are things that are not new, but if but things of a generation of this sort. Now,
They've
um,
been through for a long time. I
yes,
mean, but the last 70 years have been the most progressive in all time, I would say.
absolutely, I
You've
agree
had
with that.
rights,
And
this rights movement, women's rights movements.
mhm,
I think we're way more inclusive today. But like I said earlier, I feel like what they're trying to do is I mean, a lot of people. I understand a lot of people's argument as well with like create new characters. Like, don't
Yes.
necessarily change. Like, but to that argument, you know, it's would it be the same if we said we're making Superman black, so everyone, so little black boy would have a Superman, But would it be the same if he had a different name? It's still not Kal-El. Do you know what I'm saying? So it
Well, if
has
you
the same character for true to get the true effect.
But here's the thing, though. You take away the essence of something so historical by trying to
Mm,
change the history of something, to try to change the narrative of something to fit something of a certain generation, to fit something of a certain demographic. And so,
mm,
with that, I too agree with whatever party is saying that, hey, create something new in the comic world, create something new in this atmosphere that can be relative to a progression, but don't change something just to fit the narrative as such. We have it and we see it so many times, and it goes beyond just listening, watching, or the comics and
mm,
things of that sort. We also have to consider the things that we watch on television. Understand, like Sesame Street, for instance. We
mm.
have Sesame Street that is really pushing this agenda, and I hate to say agenda in such a negative connotation, but we have to call a thing here, that
Mm.
you know it has the potential to be dangerous because it's all by design. And when you program children, and we rely upon the television to be able to give us news. For the adults, we rely upon television to feed educational wealth to our children. And
This
so if we
generation now it raises their children as well.
absolutely, so with that in mind, consider, what are we saying, what are we doing here? I recall in the 80s was a huge time. The 60s through the 80s was a huge time for people of the LGBTQ community, that they didn't have a voice. And so, you know what, I'm like, today you lift your voice. I totally support that. I have a couple of family members or so that
Mm.
are a part of the LGBTQ community, and that's argumentative in itself, because some of them don't align themselves with the LGBTQ community because of this conversation right here.
Yeah, I was gonna. It's so funny you mentioned that because I was just getting ready to say I feel almost sometimes this quote cancel culture, the agenda makers, if you will. I feel
Yes.
like they're a vocal minority because I
Mm-hmm.
feel like because I like hung out with gay women like that dress like men, not full trans,
Mm-hmm.
we do like studs, in
Yes.
the Latin community. Had hair on her legs, dated a girl. Like other than the boobs, she thought she was a man. We hung out, we hustled together. So I had those experiences. She had gay family. You know what I mean? So I was around. So I think with so much, and I spoke on this when a lot of the N word controversy happened here on YouTube. I think experience matters so much.
Sure.
Um, your environment, things of that nature. The reason you don't, a lot of us aren't here saying it is because we grew up in that neighborhood and we learned that lesson at 5 or 10, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But, the same thing with this. But I wanted to also ask you about, as a woman of color, how do you feel that these two, even going back to, Dave Chappelle, it feels like these two communities, if you will, are starting to intersect maybe for the first time. Maybe having these conversations for the first time, but the LGBTQ plus community and African American community. This is what going through, and that's what I'm wondering if a lot of this, because I see a lot of that, because as you know, I follow a lot of the African American community on here, so I
Mm-hmm.
see a lot of that. I might not know everything everybody's talking about, but I still see it and absorb it, and I'm seeing that those issues, um, it seems to be going back to the baby, and it seems like these issues are starting to clash and different ideologies, and it's just not good for understanding the way it's going. So I was just like, I was gonna. My question is, were you noticing or feeling these same things?
I think that I've been noticing and feeling these idealisms that which you speak of. It hasn't just come from by way of this new Dave Chappelle special. If you also
Mhm.
recall his last special, he was also kind of taking jokes,
Yeah,
and I really appreciate the trajectory that Dave Chappelle went in his comedic career, because he was really touching on social issues, but it also we were able to laugh at it,
and
and
that's what's so frustrating about it because like even me at my name is throwing dirt in something, in
Mhm.
someone's face. Like this is what they used to call us. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you
Right,
were the dirty white boy from the other side of the train tracks, you dirty Ken. Do you know what I mean? So it's like
right.
sometimes I have that harsh reality. Dave is out here saying any of the F words,
Mhm.
anything like that. He's not being super. He's trying to bring a little humor to what is a sensitive subject because you're having
Mhm.
culture clashes. I mean, obviously it is.
For
Good
sure.
people. Salute, salute.
Well, Dave is, and he's and I'm not gonna say the S word for him, but he is a man that has sat behind the door, and so
Yep.
with that, they ostracized him because he did not conform to their beliefs and their belief systems, rather, and he went through such scrutiny for a time to where he disappeared, from the scene for quite some time, and I applaud him for that. You recall that, don't you?
Oh, I do. I love Dave. I got my son loving Dave. Yeah.
Yes, yes, I
Comedy
think.
Talk to Me, I think is the greatest comedy special of all time. Excuse me.
Absolutely, absolutely. I saw the evolution of Dave Chappelle even in his earlier years, from the
Yeah.
'90s, from when he went into film, from the Nutty Professor, until he went into just like stand up comedy from the Dave Chappelle show, and then he started getting these specials on Netflix.
Mhm.
It was such a revolution,
It
and
was.
I really appreciate him, and while he's making comedic jabs, he's also really hitting home with some key points. Some people may be uncomfortable to it, and the fact that he just does not give a damn
Mhm.
is it makes me more admiring. You makes me more admired of him.
To his credit, art is subjective.
Yes.
So you can't tell me art's not funny because I think a joke about kids going off a cliff and a school bus is disgusting. The next one's going to laugh. So
Hmm.
comedy is subjective. That's one, it's art. You can't touch art.
For
It's
sure.
supposed to go against the norm.
Hmm. And I think that they take a lot of scrutiny with that. I think that there's some people that have this ability, to have this voice, to have such a platform, don't want to get ostracized from that particular community, that they're afraid to speak to speak their mind. Recall that the Chappelle show was actually taken off, and there was somebody else hosting that show,
Mhm.
um, on behalf of, not even on behalf of him. It
Mhm.
was just by like, we're going to replace your name, and somebody else is going to host this. And so they pulled that show. He was able to get his show back on the air, and I think that some of the things that he's done, as it relates to social issues, social matters, he's such an intelligent man. um
Exactly. The jokes are fun. I think that honestly, I think a lot of people don't understand what he's saying.
yes. Hmm.
Like sometimes the joke he sets up in the his intro joke, it ends in the end. It's
Hmm.
2 hours away. You have to
Hmm.
remember because he'll even give you that little smile, like, "Yo, remember I said that in the beginning?" You're like, "Oh shit," like that's just what Dave does.
Yes. Recall the time when he was talking about, he was picking up the various people from the LGBT community, and the last one was happened to be those of the trans. And
Mhm.
so there, he was also, while it may have been funny, but there was such a serious undertone to that. He was saying that with the trans, you're the lowest on the totem pole within your community, and so he wanted to shine light upon that. But people are listening to get offensive instead of listening for the message.
There, if you watch it, there's two girls. Excuse me. There's two people in the crowd. You'll notice them,
Hmm.
and you can see they're just not happy.
Hmm.
I questioned right away. Once I seen they weren't happy, why go? Uh,
Hmm.
I had Chase comment up here a few minutes ago. That was to the Superman point. But if you're against this type of thing, why not stay away from it? Ignore
Right.
it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like everyone feels so obligated to give an opinion nowadays. You're on Instagram, there's 1,400 comments, and
Hmm.
this is crazy, and it's like try to hang somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean?
For
Let
sure.
what's last. You don't like it, but on the same token, you want people to feel included. Like I said, they had the movie The Internals coming out. You're going to have a deaf character, a gay character, one's Indian. You have Selma Hayek in the cast. Scottish people, African American, the whole nine. Very diverse cast. So it's like, they're trying, like I said earlier, when Black Panther came out, I knew what that meant culturally.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just from living in an area. Now I know my son's friends don't have to be fucking, roadie anymore because that's
Yeah,
the only character they had to represent them. Do you know what I mean? So when
absolutely.
it, like I said, I know a lot of teenagers read comics, and I know 15, 16, that is when you're starting to realize who you like. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
so I understand Superman representing them, but then again, of course, it could always trickle down to the younger. And I do feel, let me be ostracized or canceled for saying this. I do feel it's being pushed too young. Sexuality should not matter
Hmm.
until a certain age.
Hmm.
And I tell everybody, I don't want to see straight people making out outside either. So, like, no,
Hmm.
I don't think one should do that.
Well, you know what? I may have some opposing views on that. I think that we can do things in discretion, but just because we want to be. And so, by you having that opinion on that, it's also to
Mm.
say that we cannot have an opinion on other things, you know? So, I think that there's nothing wrong with. And let's just say this for a disclaimer: there's nothing wrong with same-sex, relationships.
Hey,
Um,
whatever floats your boat. I don't
Whatever
care who.
floats your boat, right? But
I
there
don't
is
care who.
but the thing of it is like you said, to be able to experience something that's um such a vital age of, say for instance, 3 to 10, 12. These things are important for us to understand because um I am not a person, and I don't want to really get too deep in a rabbit hole with this, so I'm going to kind of limit myself on this. But
The rabbit
um
hole is so deep. It took me 2 years to get out. Now I don't go near it anymore. People are like the vaccine, and I'm like, nope, don't want to hear it. And I'm like, I was in the Denver airport 5 years ago, buddy. I don't want to hear shit. Leave me
yeah.
alone. I want to
So
die in ignorance.
yeah, and so to be able to put a lid on that, as far as my opinion is concerned, I think that it's the responsibility of the parent or the caregiver to really instill whatever their values and their beliefs are with them. And if the child, in some regard, has their feelings about things later on, then that's fine. If you teach your children, and that's just like to say, if a child is adopted by a same-sex couple, that child you get what I'm going here. Does that
Mm,
mean that that child would eventually end up being the same as their parent? Perhaps,
mm,
perhaps not. You never
mm.
know. It's all
That's
about what you teach your children. What
I
are
mean,
the
I mean, not to say they, but their argument is you're born that way. So if you're born gay, then you're born straight, and it wouldn't matter if you had gay parents. Do you know what I'm
I,
saying?
I'm going to say this much, and just given that my academic background is in psychology, right?
Mm-hmm.
um
Please.
I have I have my own views on that.
Mm-hmm.
But we are taught under the institution of education that homosexuality can be a biological factor.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely an environmental factor for sure.
Oh, I
But
agree as well.
I question whether or not if biology has much to do with that or not. That's something that I would need to do further research upon, and it would need to be studied over the course of time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Hence, that there has been many of research behind that scholars are able to you know make that claim. I myself, the jury's still out on that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Hmm.
It's I think, like I said, I always go back to I want everyone to feel included. You know what I mean? Like you
Hmm.
said, should have been done years ago.
For sure.
So I just remembered an earlier point. Awesome. I don't want to ask what year you were born, but are you an '80s baby?
I am an 80s baby.
Okay. So I'd say like 77 to like 89 is who I'm really speaking to. But I feel like we were born, we can't compare. Like you say, oh, we asked this generation, our generation is so different from all the rest. I don't think
Yes.
we can be compared. And I wanted to I'm loving the convo, so I wanted to pick your brain on that. But I just feel like we had rotary phones, and then
Hmm.
we were the first ones to have cell phones. So no one was in our predicament. We lived the old quote old school, and then we've been in the technology age as well. I mean, I was in AOL chat rooms at 17. You
Yes.
know,
Shout out to AOL.
yeah, exactly. I met Kellz on there like 3 years before I met Kellz.
Wow. Beautiful.
We were talking about screen names and our jaws just dropped. We were like, wow.
Wow. Like
I
we've
met,
been here. We've been
I,
here.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I know that. Empath. So I know, like, when YouTube's down, like everyone on here is I'll feel weird. Sometimes I'll be up when everyone else is down or vice versa.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just, I think these are good things to talk about because it's a community. They say, it takes a village. I do understand people's argument where it's like, yo, keep it in your house. What happens in house? But on the same token, it's like, yeah, but your kid will be at the park with my kids. So we
For
have to work
sure.
community.
I think that we're like you're forcing something. You're force feeding something that doesn't need to be force fed, and allow that child like take for instance, we have some people that are in higher office, and I'd rather not speak that person's name that wishes to identify themselves as a trans woman, um,
Uh,
that holds. I'm
I
sorry.
understand.
You
Yeah,
know what you know what I'm
it's
talking about, huh?
yeah, my state.
Oh yeah, so you know what I'm getting at here. Okay, so enough said on that. You know,
But
uh,
see, that's a great point you're making. Do you not want to bring up, or do you? I mean, I don't know what reason you weren't.
listen, it's up to you.
Oh, I don't mind. Okay, so I believe you're talking about was a medical official. It's the
Absolutely.
top medical from Pennsylvania. Goes by Rachel, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Like this goes back to my main issue though. The the pushback towards this community is why go watch when I'll say she because that's what she asked for. That
Mhm.
I'm respectful like that. If someone says I need you to identify your, I feel people snap before we know how they feel nowadays. Do
Correct.
you know what I mean? Like someone instead of them saying, "Hey, my pronoun is they," you know what I mean? You say she and they flip out. It's like
Hmm.
I didn't know. So
Hmm.
I'll say she because whatever. But go to a Facebook live when she's on screen, and you'll see why I feel like some more being included is so necessary
For
because
sure.
there are a lot of mouth breathers out here, and if you can hold that kind of hate for someone, you can hold that hate for another race and down the line. So
Mm.
to heal those wounds, I feel we gotta sew a lot of them buttons up, a lot of those stitches quickly.
Absolutely, Murph. And the thing of it is, I think that there is a certain level of resentment on
Mm-hmm.
the people of a certain social class,
Mm-hmm.
and they're taking it by storm at this point. They're going to strike while the iron is hot. Right now is the time, and it doesn't matter who it affects, and
Mm-hmm.
you get what I'm saying,
Sure.
and so instead of us trying to just really just peel back the history of things and saying, you know what, that was wrong, because we still live in a society to where people have these viewpoints,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and we cannot get somewhere of resolute if we're still in a place of divide.
For sure. And Dave even said it. Dave said in the special, as far as the black community, like we've been fighting for hundreds of years. You've been fighting for decades. You're ahead of the game.
Hmm.
Like when he said that, I'm like, you got it. Like if he would have said, I got to eat that all the time. I got to hear people, as a white man, and like my skin color don't dictate me, but I'm
Hmm.
that rare case you got to meet. Do you know what I'm saying? Tiny D's
Absolutely.
that rare case you got to meet because we're not all the same, just as everyone, of course. But
Absolutely.
but like I said, I frequent the recovery. I'm not recovery, but I lost people, so that kind of brought me in there. I
Hmm.
frequent the quote black sector. So it's like I got to eat a lot of shit as a white man, but it's like I know one, when they say then, they're not talking about me. I'm not that kind of white guy. Do you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Necessarily. If I say anyone in here who does this is an asshole, and you get offended, you're kind of admitting to being that asshole, and I don't think everyone always realizes that.
For sure. And I think that right now that we're in a state to where and let me just say this word, if you will, white people are in a level of uncomfortability, but we
Mm,
need that to happen in order to
for
be able to make change.
sure. And
You know.
and every I feel every generation has been getting a little better. Like I feel like
Yes.
we even seen it this last year. You know, kids calling the cops on their parents over that shit. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like that's my main argument with people, even online. I'm like,
Mhm.
listen, I'm going to tell you this as a parent.
Mhm.
Your kids will hate you.
Mhm.
That's all I got to tell you. I don't want to tell you what you're. It's 2021. Blah, blah, blah. Your kids are going to hate you. Is that what you want? You want to be on your deathbed and they don't come? Like, if that's what you want, keep living that way.
Mhm. I love this topic. I love this conversation. I wish I could stay on longer, but my phone is about to die, so I'm going to put it on the charger. But I'm still
Like,
going to be listening in, and I may call back in if that's okay.
no
Um,
problem. Up here
yeah,
for a little bit. You're for
yeah.
sure.
I really appreciate this dialogue. This is the
God, I
healthy
like it. Yeah.
conversation that we need. Okay,
Mhm.
so I
We haven't.
appreciate.
The chat will tell you we haven't had one of these in a while. I used to all my lives used to be like this, honestly, and then a
Mhm.
lot of crazy shit and YouTube and life, and I just ain't there no more. But this is kind of how we used to always pop, and I miss this. So I do thank you for coming up.
No, for sure, no problem. I wish I could stay a little longer, but I'm in the red right now. So,
Get
when
it?
you're on the live stream, FaceTime, and things, it just tears your battery down to.
I know my phone's down 45% already since we've been on for an hour, which is better than
Yes,
usual, so I'm actually surprised.
what a wonderful dialogue, and I look so much forward to getting more from this from us.
Definitely.
Because at the end of the day, it is us. We are one, and we need to come together, and we need to, and act on one accord, and we need to stop having such division amongst one another. And for us to be here fellowshipping with one another this evening is a beautiful thing. And we need more of that because with that, when we push this, let's push this agenda. You know,
Mhm.
that it's okay to be indifferent to viewpoints, and it's okay for us to not share the same ideologies about things as it relates to.
Exactly.
Uh,
Yeah, when we were kids, what was different made us special. Like what happened to
yes, yes, I totally agree with that.
and I
But
agree with that sentiment because I've always been in groups like that where it was super diverse. My son grew up,
yes,
you know what I mean? So it's like my wife took a picture and no one noticed at first because you just see a group of young boys having fun. You know what I mean?
yes,
But when you take a step back and look, you're like, wow, white, white, black, black, Puerto Rican, Puerto
hmm
Rican. Holy shit. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like
yes,
it's almost weird and foreign to see a diverse group. You know
yes.
what I mean?
I love it because I come from a diverse background, so I can be able to, understand and communicate on various levels with
Exactly.
people of different cultures, and so this is not anything new to me. I appreciate it. I welcome it. I look forward to
think
so
it is
many
for
more.
I think it is for a lot of people on YouTube. It's
Yeah,
new, but I could tell it isn't for you. I mean, I thought our dialogue was pretty fucking fluid. You know what I mean?
for sure, for sure. And I appreciate you so much, Murph. And like I said, once I charge this phone up, I'm still going to be listening. I'm just going to have it on the front on the charger.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm if I would be more than willing and wanting to come in and just have more dialogue with you. This is such a beautiful thing. It was a fire dialogue, was it not, Miss Queen Kellz? And shout out to you, Miss Queen Kellz, in the building. You are such a beautiful, beautiful spirit.
Hustling.
Yeah, I love you guys, and I will drop down and be just listening.
Hey, appreciate you. E. Thank you for coming up.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Bye bye.
Excuse me, guys. Once again, that was Eve from the Ignorant Misfits. Excuse me. Sorry. Ignorant Misfits report. Sorry. Yeah, we're unprofessional over here, baby. Okay. So you guys in the chat are great as well. Thank you again, Eve, for the combo. Bay dropping the hashtags and the links as always. Chat user keeping it lively. Che, Pammy, Vic, my bro. Excuse me, Yabaro. I see you having a combo. I love it. I'm gonna just try to scroll back a little bit, guys. I just want to see if I missed any good talking points or. Oh, babe, yeah, they don't say they hate you or they are you even parenting. It's facts, but you know what I mean. Not showing up to your deathbed kind of hate. Like I said, just to to speak on my background, I just want I kind of look at things as I want everyone to be included. Um, but back to Eve's point, it's obvious that it is being pushed to an extent. I mean, I think everyone should feel that. Um, we need to find a happy balance is my solution. I don't want to, you know what I mean? As I was speaking on a little bit there with the medical, I can't remember the full title. I don't want to disrespect the title. But as I said, Rachel, as she proclaims to be called, you go in those comment sections and people are, calling the, quote his name. And it's just like, yo, like how disgusting is that someone's telling you, I'm a woman. And you're just like, sure you are, man. Like, is that the type of person we really want to be? Che, you giving them pow pows? Come on, chat. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. Salute to my brother Yabara. He said, my daughter has gay friends over all the time. I'm sorry. Oh, it's a little hard to read it the way I had it. Okay. We always protected our kids from anything that was manipulative, but we try to stay true to culture. Once they are grown, you have to respect boundaries. That is fucking part of my French, but that is beautiful. I understand what you mean, culture. I believe you mean like your religion and your culture and things of that nature. So I fuck with that. I fuck with that. Larry Beach, man. Make sure you guys subscribe to Larry Beach. Great party over on his channel. It's a party all the time. Like Eddie Murphy was singing. Kellz dropping our hashtags once again and again. Salute to them work warriors. Yeah, guys, Tommy has an interview tonight with True Tragedies. Tom, I think you spelled it wrong. It's True Tragedies, EIES, spelled the right way. But the link will take you there, guys. If you click it now, go over, set the reminder, come right back. Or whatever you like. Adair, what's going on? I'm sorry, guys. I know I missed saying hi to a few people. The combo was really too good. I didn't want to break. And I kind of forget things if I don't say them almost immediately. Che, facts. But again, mine is a teen and coming from a Caribbean household. The child must always have respect. Oh, Che, I understand that. I came from a, beat my ass family, but I haven't beat my kids' asses in a long time. Haven't really had to. I got it now where like just the mere thought of me being disappointed would hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was forced to convert to religion, attend church. Yes, we did, but because we did everything together, but culture has to be respected. Exactly. I understand. Sorry about that. I understand that 100%. Like if you're saying, I'm sorry, this is in my religion, we can accept you, but we just however you feel about it. Like I said, I think that's a lot of the issue today. We're trying to figure out how to live with each other. You know what I'm saying? People of different backgrounds. The world's becoming more diverse than it's ever been. Day one's for life, baby. I love that. Whoop, it jumped. Well, you know what comment I was trying to put up? Right there. Oop. My brother Vic LF. And Badlands in the building. Dawn, you missed a great conversation for Wheel of Fortune. I should go on Wheel of Fortune though. Ask Kellz. I'm really good at Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. Like really, really good. Yeah, appreciate you there. Yeah, I was trying to say I was trying to put you chicken butt. I think you borrow. I was trying to put your guys' comments on the screen just so you knew I noticed you, but I didn't want to stop. But I appreciate you guys. These are awesome. Victoria, Vic Victoria. Thank you, my queen. Let me bow before you. Sis, it's because you're back, sis. You brought me back. I said earlier, I was like, the prodigal son has returned because I knew I was just in the zone. As soon as I heard the topic, I had the little tiff, if you will. Oh, the dude was trying to be slick. He was like just saying, like, basically hinted at if I was gay, it was okay. And I'm like, I'm married. I just want everyone to feel included, guy. Calm down. And then I was like, ta peaches. Yeah, but make sure you guys check out Tommy D and the interview on True Tragedies. Make sure we didn't miss anything. Salute, Che. Glad to have you. Thanks for being in the combo with us, bro. Exactly, sis. We don't want to. We had enough of the poopy caca. We had enough of the poopy caca. If the content or the shit you bring to the chat is poopy caca, we flush it. Nah, don't. It's okay. We were just having a conversation about well, the original topic was that the new Superman, which is the original Superman and Lois Lane's son, is going to come out as bisexual in the comics. And my stance was, in a way, it's good because we want everyone to be included. But to the counterpoint, sometimes these things are being forced on our children a little too early. I don't think even in the quote normal society and hetero things, we don't really. Everyone doesn't. You don't go. Oh, my kid. You don't say my daughter identifies as a girl when she's 5. Do you know what I mean? Because that's quote not the normal way. So see, I forget what I was saying. All right, that's what I was talking about. I should just stop before I kill myself. Hold on. Okay, let me get my focus on here. All right, hold on. The wheel is legendary. Is it the just kidding. Oh, okay, Dawn. Yeah, that's we're really talking about that basically. Just a couple counterpoints back and forth. It was a great conversation. I enjoyed it. Thank you again. But yeah, I just wanted to see how people felt about the topic in a way. You see the title, Superman's by how long you gonna cry? Because, like I said, to me, at the end of the day, it goes as Jabaros. I don't want to go. It's going to take me forever to get back to his comment. But he had said, he's all, his children have gay friends over. It doesn't really bother them that much. Their culture is still their culture, so to say. So, my brother, I love you, bro. Be safe. I messaged you about Thanksgiving. Hit me up. I think I messaged you on Facebook. We want to have you up for Thanksgiving, so hit me up. Let me know what's up. Back to Yabaro's comment. No straight people are allowed to come over to our house. Yeah, I understand that. That's what I'm saying. I think it's being pushed a little early. I will agree to that. There's like people are out here saying their child that identifies a certain way, and it's like the kid could think they're a dinosaur at this point. They're so they're young. No, not you, Vic. Eric. This guy. Look at this. A best friend for you, y'all. I got a new number and I can't get on Facebook. Fucking jerk off. Yeah, the way I am is like, look, listen, when I was a kid and people, hold on, I went into, I was hanging with a group of guys. It was mostly white, but there was three black guys with us. Two of them were, had a white mom and a black dad. We walk into our one's homie's house, and his dad's like all drunk. And we're walking through, and you see the first four of us are just like, we're rock and rollers. I had like blue hair, for Christ's sake. We walk through, he doesn't say nothing. As soon as the two black kids come through, he starts screaming the N word at the top of his fucking lungs to his son. Fuck are you doing? And I'm like, yo, how fucking embarrassing is that? That's the most embarrassing shit in the world. Salute, Haas. What up? What up? Salute, bro. But you managed to get on YouTube. Yo, at least you subscribed on your new phone. Nah, I appreciate you, bro. Oh, Vic, you're invited. Bring your ass on up. I didn't understand what you meant. I'm like, I didn't mean I texted you. Yeah, you're invited. Bring your ass the hell up. Pam, don't laugh at him. He's a douche nickel. Fucking douche canoe. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to Pam, you're definitely invited. You already know. But I thought it'd be good to speak on the topic. We used to have topics like this way back when on this show. Way back when I was a young lad. 8 months ago. YouTube Street, strengthening man. Tear you down. Hey boy, salute. Jesus Christmas. But I thought this would be a cool one, and I think it was. I think we had a great combo. Murph Smokes Reggie, let's go. A douche nickel. Yeah, I like that one. Fucking douche nickel. Sorry, I was hitting buttons. Tommy D, thank you for the share, my guy. Tommy D with the share. Dawn, I was Thanksgiving. I was inviting them. Nah, we ain't got no Reggie. We got the loud pack. We got the motherfucking loud pack. Well, there. Holy shit. Stalking Evil, salute. Welcome in. Welcome in. Adair, that's crazy. You didn't even know. Holy shit. Eve, it was. It was a really good conversation. Kellz is the best, E. I'm gonna put that joint up. Kellz is the best. Also, I thought of something. To whoever's trolling Kellz, that's pretty fucked up. She never did shit. That's all I'll say. You got to be a true blue piece of shit. Because anybody else, it's like, oh, I won't offend that beautiful woman. But everybody out here disrespecting her. That's funny though, right? She didn't do shit. Stalking Evil, yeah, I seen you in Tommy's chat earlier. How you doing? Good to see you over here. I seen you over there earlier. I believe. I think it was earlier today. At some point, I remember seeing your name. Maybe it was at Gdup Kwin's. Kellz doesn't smoke Reggie, only Murph. I'm like, all right, yo, I need a gram of Reggie and a gram of Leo. Yo, the one day this girl called, we lived up here. This girl calls and she's like, yo, didn't you say you could get bud? I'm like, yeah. I said, you'll just have to meet, my person on the block and he'll run up the block for you. She's like, all right. How much is it for an ounce? I'm like, I call him, it was a little pricey because she's like, what? She's like, no, I mean Reggie. I'm like, oh, I don't even know if I can get that. I'm sorry. Tommy, that comment looks so weird. Where we at? Damn, that was a big jump. Salute to the chat. Look at Tommy's comment. Hey, I appreciate you stalking. Thanks. This is what Tommy tells his stalkers. Tommy's riding his bike through the bike trail, and someone's like, "Hey, Tommy, can I get your autograph?" He starts pedaling fast as shit. He's like, "I appreciate you stalking." How about right in the back of the head? Oh, the son didn't make the changes in Star Wars. Remember that many people just don't want their classics messed up either. See, but I love all the classics, and I never understood. Like, none of that stuff really bothered me. Maybe it's me, you know what I mean? But like when they said no, Han shot first, I was like, who cares? Yeah, that's just my point, sis. It's like, anywhere else, even these trolls, it's like you ain't out here disrespecting women, but it's like, what did Kellz do? Oh shit, you got Eve ready. Eve's our Tasmanian devil. Tommy D's like, fuck these hating jobs, cows. Yeah, that's all. I just wanted to put that little peanut in your minds. Remember, as you say, you're not disrespecting women. You're doing something the one that did nothing to you. There's no trolls here stalking evil. I was just talking about something I had noticed over time. I didn't mean right now necessarily. I think it was the timing you came in. Maybe not. I'm just an idiot. Throw a little crushed resin on that Reggie. No more Reggie. Exactly. Let me get that up there. Throw a little crushed resin on the Reggie and no more Reggie. Come on. Yeah, salute Tommy D, guys. Check out his stream. Make sure you subscribe. He goes to Kensington once a week, gives out pizza. Last week it was dope. He's just freaking, tossing people clothes and helping out. He helps out. He does like interviews with people. You could see when he's interviewing that, people really feel comfortable around him. You know what I mean? He's a humble dude, so definitely check him out. And Tom, again, thank you for the share, my guy. Did I dare say usually? Oh, never mind. That's what I get for being newsy, babe. What's up, Bite Size? If you're not I thought the name might have been a troll to my sis Jen, so that just lets you know who I ride for. If it's not, welcome, but I wasn't sure. Anyone's welcome. Aaron, what up? What up? Trying to see. I'm trying to scroll back, guys. This thing jumps so quickly. All right, what we got here? All right. Well, like I said, everyone's welcome until they give me a reason for them not to be, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to assume anyone's a troll, but I don't know too many, quote, little people that would call themselves that. Well, listen, that's my sis, so I'd fuck with her. Like I said, if not, more than welcome. Please feel free to join the conversation. But again, we're the conversation. I feel like a lot of people, they come in and they start talking about completely different shit, and they're like, "I'm not a troll," and it's like you have a name that's mean, not you, Bite Size specifically. Like you have a name that could be perceived a certain way here, and you know, where is where is Che Hercules? Where is Che Hercules? Like, what the fuck? Leave him alone. Oh shit. We're blowing up Eve with the Eve, you're the best. Salute. Thank you for that. Eve hitting the contribution on Cash App. We appreciate that. Thank you. That was dope. Great conversation as well. Shit, that was bountiful for the soul. Kellz was talking about Jen Dawn when she says BB, that's who she means. Yo, this shit jumps so crazy. I am bald, thus I will never be a troll. Allergic to fake hair. You are. He's crazy. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't ever, banish anybody from here. Everyone's welcome. We have fun. You know what I mean? No, stalking evil. In the comics. Does Christopher Reeves even have a son? I'm not sure. I didn't know his lineage. Be pretty weird if it was like a coincidence, though, wouldn't it? You're like, who, Christopher? I'm like, no. And you Google it and you're like, no, actually, his son is bi. I'm like, holy shit. It was more than a coincidence. But no, Clark Kent in the comics. Clark and Lois, they was banging and they had two babies. And out of them two babies, one became Superman. That one is bisexual. Eve, yeah, we appreciate that. I'm trying to get to it. It just jumped. There we go. Yeah, we appreciate that. All contributions are welcome. We're trying to start working on the Cooking with Kellz cookbook for season 1. So we're going to be after Christmas. I want to try to get that together. Here you go. Superman, Lois, they got it on. But how did they even get it on? Like, he had to be depowered, right? Let's be honest here. Like, he would have like broke her back or something, being Superman for Christ's sake. But they was clapping cheeks like that, and she was like, "Oh my God, OMG!" She texted him. She was like, "OMG, I'm pregnant," and he was like, "Guess what? I already knew. I could see." And she was like, "Oh shit, that's right." So she squirted out the kids. She did like all women do and shit them out in the bathroom because babies come out the butt, right, ladies? No, Eve, not yet. I don't know any detail. I have zero details on the cookbook. I am a serial fucking procrastinator. But yeah, I was on Instagram and a few people. It was Fox 29, of course, like just local newscasts. Let me tell you, they're the best places for the bright and upcoming future of America. But the one guy, he kept laughing at everything too. That was kind of pissing me off. But damn, I wish I had I'm on my phone, but it was really funny because I'm like, who cares who a cartoon character is fucking? What is wrong with you people? But like, I understand, like Eve said, like, at some point you start to feel that this might be being pushed or an agenda, you know what I mean? So, babe, yeah, definitely. Well, we'll be once we hit the 1,000. I want to do the membership. I've been thinking on it. Like, even I know I got like 300, 400 to go, but I've been thinking on it because I want it to be like really cool. I want it to be like $1, and I want it to be like $1, $2, $5, $10. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I had a million subs, $10 is the most. But I think do some really cool stuff with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think for the cookbook, we're going to do like every episode from season 1. We'll just like do those recipes. We'll get Larry Beach to do some cooking. Larry, I wonder if it was a red sun because of the yellow sun. The yellow sun makes them Superman, but it also makes them bisexual. I just don't get why people care so much. I like if you feel it's bad, like keep it away from your kids. Problem solved. If you think my channel is bad, don't let you. I give a not safe for work warning in the goddamn intro. I don't even start cursing for the first 10 minutes. Work with me, people. Yeah, we're doing. Oh, it jumped. Hold on, bear with me. So Thursday night, cooking with Kel, 7 p.m. Eastern. Every Thursday, 7 Eastern, guys. This is cooking. This is cooking 2. This is season 2. Cooking with Kenzo. Ooh, fancy. Me and Kellz are on there. And we're doing tailgate special because the Eagles play the Buccaneers. So we're gonna do hot roast beef sandwiches, meatballs, and wings. Everything else is up to you guys. So go back to Kell's last video, leave it there, or leave it on this video after we're done in the regular comments. Leave it here in the live chat. You can hit either of us up with ideas on IG, the Dirty Kenzo Cooking with Kellz. Check us out, guys. Appreciate it. And if you make sure next time you guys go to Cooking with Kellz, make sure you're subscribed. You hear a lot of people on YouTube say, "Yeah, a lot of people who watch my stuff aren't even subbed." It's because the way the algorithm works. If you watched just me and Tommy D for the next week, that's all you're going to start seeing, even without being subbed. So excuse me, so you won't see people like Larry Beach's page or Kellz because you're only seeing ours. So, that subscribing and setting that bell is super, super important. And Kellz does always respond. His name is Superman, but his real name is Jonathan Kent, like Clark's daddy. Oh my God, your father would roll over in his grave, Clark. Ma, leave my son alone, Ma. Nat, you're always awesome. We love you. Eve, same. You already know. Love all the way around. I love everybody here. So beautiful. Che had a cooking channel once, y'all. He never got further than dry cereal. He forgot to get the milk for the show. Nat's peacing out, everybody. See you, Nat. Have a great night. Glad to see you. Pam, they said you saying we. Oh, you speaking French now. They said we don't love Murph. You love Murph. At the moment, I'm drinking pink lemonade Kool-Aid. 2 packets of Kool-Aid, 2 cups of sugar, and a gallon of water. Wooder, Wooder. It's the Philadelphia version of H2O. So yes, it's actually delicious, quite tangy. Pause. I feel like I have to say pause after saying tangy. Pause. Kool-Aid is the coolest. Honestly, I didn't want to go get anything else. So I only drank lemonade, pink lemonade, tropical punch, and then I mix it up with the others. I hate grapes, sis. I hate it. I drank it too much. The Dirty Kenzo on all platforms, my boo. And Cooking with Kellz. Cooking, no G on the cooking. Wit, no H on the wit. We're little hood kids. Cooking with Kellz. And then Z on the Kellz. Powder milk is a good thickening agent for soup. I never thought of using it for soup. Kellz probably has. I just haven't. I was a cook, like a short order cook. Having my sister. Salute. Great to see you. Hope my little nephew's doing good with his cute little self. Always smiling at a month old. How you do that? Sis, listen. Kool-Aid is for the coolest. A dare. I can't give up any of those things. Maybe soda and cigarettes, but I'll never give up my drugs. Yo, Kool-Aid is good. Yeah, I don't know. I still drink soda. Look, I'll die fucking fat, ugly, and happy. I'll tell you. Yo, my phone is dying quick. It was just on 40. Jesus, Jesus, y'all. Bang, bang, Kool-Aid gang. Oh, Kel said, yes, it is. It's also, you borrow. Kel said. Oh, to the thickening agent. Okay, Kel said stalking. Yes, it is cornstarch and flour as well. Yabaro said, "Who's stalking with cornstarch? Who's stalking with cornstarch and Kool-Aid? What a weird stalker." Che, they don't even take that long. I don't be trusting no microwave with my damn eggs. Microwaves and eggs in the microwave, he says. Eve, Eve, that's a compliment and an insult. I got a Kenzo smile. I'm sure this sweet ass Kool-Aid don't hurt. Kel said, Che, I hope that's not true. Che's like, yeah, I make it right next to the bacon in the microwave. If you make bacon in the microwave, I'm fucking throwing my phone against the wall. Sis, to Eve's comment, Murph's top lip stain with tropical punch. Yeah, that's my favorite flavor, sis. How you gonna do that? Look, BV even said it. Microwaves are a big no. The only thing I don't mind in a microwave is vegetables because they have ice on them. The ice becomes water. I don't know. I can't put much in the microwave because then it tastes like shit. Yeah, they do have that gadget, babe. You're right. It jumped. It jumped. But they have that little gadget to cook eggs and soup in the microwave. That is true. They do. Chase said I'm dead ass. I used to cook a steak strapped to my rig's cat engine fan. Jesus Christ, bro. You're borrowed. You're a fucking Australian. He said I used to eat steak off the grill in my truck. Put the new Superman in the microwave, BV. Oh, do you not? Are, does that offend you? I don't want it to offend you. Superman, he's not going to jump out and hump anybody, I swear. Yeah, I don't trust microwaves. You can't like reheat up a cheesesteak or a burger. It'll taste like shit. T History, my guy. Make sure you guys subscribe to the bro T History. BV, that's funny. Put that new Superman in a fucking microwave. That's what you can put in the microwave. Road to 1K, Kenzo, let's go. I know I heard my bro G hit it today. Salute. Gdup Kwin riding a Schwinn. Eggs scrambled in a bowl of milk, cheese, 130 on the mic, done. Yeah, I bet. Keep working out as you're fucking destroying your organs, sir. You turn on the frying pan, throw a little slab of butter on it, walk away. Come back in a few minutes, crack the eggs in there, walk away. Corn on the cob in the microwave? I never heard of that one. Hmm. That might be good. Definitely worth a try. You put your butter on there, it melts all over the place. If you do use a microwave, let it sit for 2 to 4 minutes. You still shouldn't use the microwave though. That's for A. And as we all know, BV is a world-renowned scientist. Nah, I don't know. Welcome. But I agree with your points, so I can't say anything. I'm like, well, you're right. You're right. I'm trying to think what I do use the microwave for. No, they have these like dollar burgers they sell at and chicken sandwiches they sell at like Dollar General. That's probably like the only thing. And I put the buns, pause, in the toaster. You know what I mean? So no, I'm only playing BV. It was just a joke because it's your first time here. Welcome. We're just dickheads and assholes over here. All are welcome. Yo, that's fucking dope. I love when the algorithm works for its poppy. So Clark can't use CRISPR. Oh my god. You borrow, you're killing me. You're killing me, bro. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Babe, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I don't really. Because look, guys, I would rather if I had like a cheesesteak and I only ate half and was like, I'm gonna put the rest away. I'm putting that shit in the microwave, wrapped up, and then when I want to eat it again, I'm putting it in the oven. Yeah, BV, we talk about all kind of crazy different shit. Uh, no, I'm not doing. We did some paneling. They would say is where you would come up here with me. We did some of that earlier. We're winding down now, but hey, man, the next conversation, you're more than welcome. I know I want to work on one of the, a show line as well. My show used to be set up and then it kind of unfolded a little bit, so I'm trying to replan it in a way. You know what I mean? So I have everything ready to go when I'm ready. But yeah, today we were just, going back and forth a little bit. Hey, appreciate it. We had Eve from the Ignorant Misfits report over here, and we were going, back and forth just a little bit on the topic. Um, I'm trying to pick up my lives. I haven't been going live as much. I've been really slacking. I used to go live every day, but I've been slacking. So I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get there. It's hard with work, but we'll get it. We'll get it knocked out the park. But yeah, my quick just to give my quick overall is, I like everyone being included, but I also don't want necessarily everything pushed on kids that are too young. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, put that in the fridge. He's like, it's all right. Yeah, sis, exactly. The fridge makes it taste disgusting now. Even a hoagie, which is cold. If you got a hoagie, right? Which if you're from outside of the Philadelphia region, anyone new? I'm originally from Philly. I live about 100 miles out there, but even out here, it's still called that. But you would call it a submarine. What else do they call them? Submarine sandwich. Subway. Eat fresh. Sponsorship. Holla at me. But even with that, if you eat half and put the other half in the fridge, you go back. It's all disgusting. It's soggy. The bread fell apart. It's just a waste. It's a waste. Che. Our boy, Che Hercules, our resident bachelor. Only bachelors eat out the microwave. Yeah, what do you guys call them where you're from? Dawn calls it a hoagie. Ham's that's right. Pam, when I went to Boston, just outside of Boston, I didn't know that they called it a grinder. So they're like, I was young, I was like 17. So I go out, we just get there. My dad's like dating the mom, and they had teenage daughters. About my 16, I'm 17, and the daughter got a friend. So I go outside, I smoke my little Reggie blunt, I come in stoned. They're like, you can have whatever you want to eat. So when I opened the fridge, these people had some money. So I was like, oh my God. I was like, yo, you got hoagies? They're like, what's a hoagie? I'm like, that is. They're like, they're like, that's a grinder. I was like, no, no, it's not. Yeah, I don't know if it's in Boston. I was just outside of Boston. T History would be able to tell me, if that's what they call it. But I know a lot of people, like Chase saying they call it a hero sandwich. Gina saying, salute Gina, welcome in. Yeah, yeah, that's eggs stalking. Exactly. That is like if I put a hoagie in the oven for 5 minutes, that's a grinder. Exactly. CBV, I've also heard that it's minimal radiation and it's just scrambling the molecules. So, you know what I mean? But if it's giving off a ton of radiation, then definitely. And I had children in the future, but I agree. You see so many parents nowadays, they put the baby's bottle in the microwave to heat it up. And I'm like, no, heat it up in a damn pot and pour it in the bottle. Some things are left better the way they were. You know what I mean? We don't have to make a life hack for everything. Some things our parents made up actually worked. You heat the milk, unless you're breastfeeding naturally. But if you're giving your child, a formula or whatever, you heat it up in a pot and you pour it into the bottle. Wait 5 minutes for it to cool a little, and then you give it to the baby. It's not hard. Patience, people. We're only here for 100 years max. You have to enjoy every fucking second. My tissues only get weak when I blow my nose. Hi. I agree. It definitely BV, it definitely sounds like logic. You know what I'm saying? Everything you're saying sounds pretty much logical to me. Che, you're fucking Bane from the comics. You're not normal. Fucking freaking nature over there. Hey, otherwise grill. Yeah, look, we fry and bake or deep fry or grill. So you still have a ton of solutions. You just Che wants to rush, eat his eggs all quick, and then he wonders why he's at the gym and he's like, why do I got the bubble guts? Jesus. Why do I have this indigestion all of a sudden? What could have caused it? Gina, that's what I'm saying. We're here for 100 years. Max, you gotta enjoy every damn second. I count down the seconds till the queen arrives in the castle so we can blaze together and watch TV and shit. Che with Doozy too much. I'm dead. Hold on. Right here. Get up. Get up. I'll put the other ones in a minute. That I'm dead. Yo, air fryers are the truth. BV, you are new, but I like you already. Listen, my son is like, I want an air fryer. He's 17 or 18 rather. He's like, my mom has an air fryer. I was like, yeah. He's like, I love it. I'm like, look, at the bar I was working at, they got an air fryer. You would have thought they got a full deep fryer. But yo, a little air fryer, you throw French fries in that bitch for like 15, 20 minutes. Please, they come out better than any way other than deep frying. Deep frying is the only way that's better. Yeah, I don't know about going on the cob in the microwave. 25 watching, appreciate y'all. You don't husk it. Oh, okay, huh? So, I'm sorry. So Stalking saying you put the corn in the microwave raw, just how she likes it, but and you it kind of cooks in its own in the husk in its own skin, screaming for forgiveness. Yeah, busy. I live in a little redneck town now, and I was bartending. It was like a beer and shot kind of bar. And they were like so pumped about this air fryer. I was like, it's a fucking air fryer. They're like, yeah, but onion rings are like really good. Everything was made in the microwave. I was like, damn, I worked in bars in Philly that were like, multi-million-dollar restaurants and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's an air fryer. What'd you say, baby? Right. Yes, I will touch an air fryer. They're easy to cook. Oh, you mean Tommy? Yeah, he will. He uses my mom's. Stalking, are you saying you don't know how to use yours? You set it to a temperature. And here, I'll give you a little easy one. If it if it has like the only two things, everything like onion rings, poppers, shit like that, they only take like 10 minutes. French fries take 15. Mozzarella sticks and chicken fingers take 20 on 350. That's it. That's how you use air fryers. Che, I have never heard of onion tea, but I do have a funny story about cabbage juice. I was about 15. Me and my homie, we were like lifting weights, working out, doing sets and shit. We're all fucking sweaty coming up from the basement. He's like, you want something to drink? I'm like, yeah. He grabs the pitcher. It looks like iced tea. He's like, it's hot though. I'm like, yo, I'll just drink water. I'm not drinking hot iced tea. So he drinks it and his face goes sour. And I'm like, what? He's like, this ain't iced tea. It was his sister's science experiment. It was cabbage juice. The fucking look on his face was so sour, it was priceless. Such violence against corn. Yeah, just letting it burn in its own skin. You're a monster. Yeah, I know. I'm like, yo, why the fuck would anyone even make cabbage juice? And she was like, it's a science experiment. I was like, boy, am I glad. I've never been so happy to drink water in my life. We're gonna wrap it up in a few minutes here, guys. What a fucking great episode. Great show. So Superman's by. How long you gonna cry? Uh, it's a cartoon character, y'all. Just focus on your children. Okay. But just to run through it again, make sure you guys subscribe to Talking with Tommy D. He has an interview tonight on true tragedies. If you write it just as it sounds, you'll be right there. Thank you again for the share, Tom. Salute to Misfit Ignant Misfits report. Eve, Mike Dougie was in here as well, but Eve for the combo, that shit was dope. Also for contributing to the Cash App, we appreciate that. Thank you guys for contributing with your likes, comments. That shit is so dope. We're gonna get where we want to get on this platform. So we're gonna put all the Superman in the microwave. Yeah, the Superman and microwave episode. I don't know how the hell we ended with microwaves, but amen to Che cooking his eggs in the microwave. And of course, guys, this Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, every Thursday, but this Thursday, tailgate special, cooking with Kellz. If someone could drop the link to Kellz channel, I think babe, if you're here, it's a cooking show. Me and my wife, we smoke a little herb, we cook things, we have fun. Great, this same community and chats there, having a good time. All are welcome. My brothers, ATG Barn, Gdup Kwin, Reno Biz, Tommy again, and myself. We try to meet up Saturday nights at 9 on Gdup Kwin's. Make sure you subscribe to Quinn and Barnes. The whole little community. We made this little bridge, and you see a lot of these same familiar faces there. So we always love, you know, we always love the interaction, the community, shit like that. Oh, BV, I always interact with the chat. Yeah, I always try to interact with the chat as much as I can. Pam, I think you got Kellz, don't you, dear? Can you drop Kellz? I don't know. But yeah, 7, it'll be on 7 Eastern, Cooking with Kellz. We do the tailgate special. It's every Thursday, 7 Eastern, so make sure you guys are there. All them Dirty Kenzo production shows. You can follow us both on any social medias. If you can't find me under the Dirty Kenzo, you'll find me under Murph, MURPH, Murph the Kenzo. Me and Kellz frequent IG the most and YouTube, obviously. But I do go on Facebook once in a while, and I got pages over there. Check them out. If you like memes on Facebook, I got a page over there. Check it out. Check out Cheese Curl Poppy, my son's gaming channel. He's a young up and comer. He's got a little different style than what's the mainstream, but he's got my sense of humor. Can't beat it. And Katie's vlogs, our daughter, she's not really consistent. She's got a lot going on with school. She's a volunteer firefighter and always helping out with the family. So she tries. So let me take a sip of this since I'm starting to sound like Barry White. It didn't work. Let's sing. My darling, can't get enough of your love, baby. Hey, it's Lou Rawls, y'all. There we go. But hey, Gina, salute. Thank you. All right, Pam. You guys look right here. Pamela dropped Kell's link. Click that. Click subscribe. Bang, you're there. TDK, the Dirty Kenzo, the Dark Knight. Coincidence? I think not. I'm Batman. If Maybellina was here, she would tell you that I've already admitted to being Batman. Maybellina is a friend of ours from the Dominican Republic. And in the chat, she said, I don't even remember what led to it, but I was like, Maybellina, I'm Batman. And she always just laughs about that still. And so that's even more of a coincidence. Joker's on my heels. Babe, okay. Pam drops your link for you, babe. Day ones for life. Like I said, you're a day one on day one if you rock with the family, guys. We just stay blazing and amazing as always. But yeah, Dirty Kenzo. I'm trying to get live more. Like I said, I lost my consistency. It's hard, but I'm starting to develop a little different mojo to what I used to have. Tonight was a good kickback to what we used to do. So make sure you check out if you like what you seen tonight. Try to go back a little bit and check out the Murph at 420. I used to do a show at 4:20 p.m. where we'd smoke and talk about anything really, but we had like a week of like self-help, almost self-love, and not taking shit from people and how to build that up. And So there's a lot. I have playlists. Check out the playlist songs. I have all my videos and playlists. So check all that shit out. Everyone who's been here from day one or today, even, I appreciate you guys. Eve, again, thank you for the freaking awesome conversation. Have you ever seen Kenzo and Murph, or Kenzo and Murph? Have you ever seen Kenzo and Batman in the same room? And you know why? That's facts. That's facts. That's fact. Kellz is Batgirl, but we like to call her Batwoman. But she's not the Batwoman from the comics. She's the Batgirl. Women, am I right? Speaking of, I'm gonna go see Kellz. That's the fucking beauty of your wife working like 3 blocks from your crib. You just say, "You got time to smoke a cigarette?" She's like, "As a matter of fact, I do." And then you smoke a cigarette together. And then you're like, "This is like a fucking movie." And she's like, "Yeah." And you're like, "Fuck yeah." All right, sorry guys, I got carried away. I forgot what I was talking about. But you can love Batman. But yo, Robin just came out. One of the Robins, not Dick Grayson, not Jason Todd, but Tim Drake. He just came out as bi. The third Robin came out as bi as well. So they haven't even fully committed to what they want. Both of them are bi. So maybe they could hook up. Maybe you'll get Superman and Robin making out in the sky, and then all the people who are against it, their heads can explode, like the Dave Chappelle sketch. I don't fucking know. If you come to me for advice, you're fucked. But I love to talk. I love everybody. What a great fucking episode as always. Make sure you guys read the description. There's all kind of little tidbits and info in there. I appreciate everybody. Like I said, if you contributed by hitting that like button, conversating, subscribing, being part of the family, that means the fucking world to me. If you contributed through one of the financial sources, we love that shit as well. So every dollar you send will be spent on bullshit. I promise you, it'll be spent on the finest Chiba. But Eve, I understand that point. I did add that, as a slight rebuttal to all my points, that while I feel we need to be included, I also do agree that it's being pushed a little too on our kids, a little too early. So, Dawn, you're a real one. I know it. And like I said, babe, I'll be down there in a few minutes. I appreciate everybody. Che Hercules, Pam, my sis. Great episode tonight, guys. Appreciate you. It's no justice. It's a social justice warrior league. BV, you've waited all day for that one, haven't you? Golden. That's fucking magnifique. Golden. Stay golden, pony boy. Also, I got a bone to pick with all of you. Every one of you. I dropped a video last week watching The Outsiders saying, yo, Johnny was from the street. We all need a friend like Johnny. Someone hit me up. Salute Teddy Bear Lounge hitting me up on IG. Sorry if that buzz destroyed your ears, guys. But I did a video of Johnny pulling out the switchblade like, yo, you ain't about to drown, pony boy. We all need a friend like that. It was my commentary. Why don't you head over there and check it out? That joint got like 38 views. What is that shit? It's my worst numbers ever. That's it. You're all fucking canceled. You're all canceled. And to quote Dave Chappelle, you're all canceled. I won't jerk off to any of your pictures anymore. Oh, shit. What a great one. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Salute to all the family. And like I said, Cooking with Kellz Thursday at 7. We about to have some fun. Tune in. I'll be watching the Eagles game in the background, screaming obscenities. It's amazing. And I've always been a greaser and a soch. You see my hair in this picture. You're like, is that greaser or is that soch? And we're like, dude got a pink shirt on. Who the fuck can tell? That's just Murph. But some people like me. They like, yo, I like sick, crazy people. We love you, Murph. Oh, and I didn't really get into explaining my name. I'll get into that and then we're out because my phone is not charging. Like I said, when we were kids, they would call us the Dirty Kenzo to offend us. So I thought for crude humor, that would be a great name to take and kind of flip it on its head. Not that a ton of people know it, you know what I mean? So it's like you might be able to flip it to the good. whatever, make people think of something funny instead of being, beat up and called a dirt ball. And that's what it really meant. You were like white trash and a dirt ball. So that's kind of what I took it and flipped it on its head almost. The reason I'm using it as my name here is that I do roll with a lot of the recovery pages, channels, if you will. And I don't want people to continue to think that I do that as well. I like to help and contribute where I can and give back to a place I took from, but I don't do that. My channel is not about that. So I figure with a name like this, it's not hard to understand. That's kind of not, that's their lane that I respect. And I love when they offer me to join them, but it's not my lane. So, but yeah, guys, once again, appreciate you. Dirty Kenzo, Cooking with Kellz Thursday. We'll see you then. Salute to all the content creators that always show love and give me a share as well. Salute to my brother Gdup Kwin for hitting 1,000. Danny Divine, I know you were helping him, bro. Salute to that. And if you're watching this after, I mentioned a ton of names. Check in the chat, live chat, replay. You'll see the links were shared by mods. Check them out. We have a great community. As always, guys, salute, stay blazing and amazing. We out.